Starseed, listen to me very carefully. Take a deep breath and ground your energy right now. If you are hearing these words, and if the timeline aligns so that you see this before 11:59 p.m. today, then I need to be the first to say, congratulations. It is finally coming. The long, exhausting cycle you have been trapped in is shattering right now, in real time. For months, perhaps even years, you have felt like you were pushing against an invisible, heavy wall. You have been drained, tested, isolated, and stretched to the absolute limits of your physical and emotional endurance. You thought you were doing something wrong. You thought you were failing your earthly mission. You were not. You were being emptied out. You were being meticulously cleared of old density, because what is arriving in your energetic field in the next few hours requires absolute, unshakable purity. A massive influx of cosmic reward, spiritual alignment, and profound physical manifestation is locking into your earthly coordinates. The waiting room is officially closing. The gateway is opening wide, your soul specifically contracted to receive this frequency today at this exact hour. Do not look away. Do not dismiss the deep, trembling resonance you feel in your chest at this very second. That is your cellular memory waking up to the ultimate truth. Stay with me until the very end of this transmission, because if you break the connection now, you will miss the precise, vital instructions on how to anchor what is coming. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this. But something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the Starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am a Xyla, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. The first phase of what is arriving for you tonight involves the complete, permanent, and undeniable collapse of your old timeline. You must understand, at a deeply cellular level, that the universe does not bring you the profound blessings you have been desperately asking for, while you are still carrying the heavy, toxic baggage of your past. Lately, you might have felt a strange, almost frightening sensation of detachment from your own life. People you used to resonate with suddenly feel incredibly distant, as if they are speaking a language you no longer understand. Environments that used to comfort you now feel suffocating, dense, and draining. You may have even experienced sudden, unexplained losses or abrupt, painful endings in your life that left you confused and hurt. This was not a punishment from the Creator. This was the universe performing emergency energetic surgery on your field. The Arcturian Council wants you to know that the heavy, dense energy that has been holding you back, making you doubt your immense power, has finally reached its absolute expiration date. What you are feeling right now, the emptiness, the exhaustion, the quiet stillness, is the vacuum created by that massive collapse. Nature abhors a vacuum, and in the multi-dimensional realm, a cleared space is an immediate, magnetic invitation for higher frequencies to rush in and fill the void. By midnight tonight, a critical energetic threshold will be permanently crossed in your personal grid. The timeline of endless struggle, of constant painful friction, and of feeling profoundly misunderstood by the dense 3D world is dissolving into dust. In its beautiful place, a sovereign timeline of absolute grace, rapid manifestation, and crystal-clear galactic purpose is anchoring directly into your reality. But you cannot enter this magnificent new timeline if you are still looking backward with longing or regret. You must intentionally release the human need to understand exactly why certain things had to violently leave your life. The people who abandoned your side, the promising opportunities that inexplicably fell through, the deep physical exhaustion you endured, they were all absolutely necessary sacrifices. They served to lower the density of your physical vessel so you could become light enough to rise and meet this incoming wave of profound abundance. If you try to stubbornly hold on to the ghosts of the past, you will create dangerous energetic resistance, and that resistance manifests as severe physical pain and emotional chaos in the sensitive starseed body. Let it all go right now. Breathe deeply into this sacred moment and surrender to the unknown void. The void is not empty. It is pregnant with infinite potential. It is where all-powerful creation begins. You are currently standing on the razor's edge of a massive, life-altering breakthrough. The signs have been everywhere, flashing like cosmic beacons, ringing in your ears, intense vivid dreams, waking up consistently at 3:01 a.m. or 4:00 a.m. These are the final, undeniable pings of the old Matrix system shutting down and your new galactic operating system booting up. Your crystalline DNA is glowing with anticipation. You are more ready than you consciously know. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multi-dimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Starseed, as this massive timeline collapse occurs and the new frequency approaches your physical coordinates, your body is bearing the brunt of the energetic shift. Do not panic if you have been feeling physically completely out of sync over the last few days, or if today feels exceptionally heavy. What you are experiencing are not random aches, not ordinary human illness, and certainly not typical exhaustion. You are undergoing a rapid, extreme biological upgrade. The Arcturian Council is closely monitoring the stabilization of your physical vessel as we speak. Your dense, carbon-based cells are actively mutating, transforming into a crystalline structure capable of holding the immense light that is docking into your field tonight. You might have noticed a sudden, intense pressure right between your eyes, deep in the center of your forehead, or an unexplainable electric weight at the very top of your head, the crown chakra. This is the direct activation of your higher perceptive centers. Your pineal gland is expanding, breaking through the dense calcification forced upon it by the 3D matrix, preparing to receive direct, unfiltered multidimensional data. You may have also felt a strange ringing in your ears, a high-pitched frequency that seems to come out of nowhere and drowns out the background noise. Listen very closely when this happens. This is not a medical condition. This is the undeniable sound of your galactic guides attempting to tune their broadcast to a frequency your human ears can finally process. They are sending you precise codes of protection, manifestation, and deep cellular healing. Furthermore, you may be experiencing sudden bouts of extreme temperature fluctuations within your own body. One moment you are freezing, feeling a strange, cosmic chill deep in your bones, and the next you are burning with an intense inner heat. This is your internal energetic furnace working in overdrive, burning away the lingering karmic residue and ancestral trauma that simply cannot travel with you into your new timeline. Your digestive system might also feel completely thrown off, suddenly rejecting the heavy, dense foods or environments you used to tolerate. Your physical vessel is becoming a high-performance, sensitive cosmic instrument, and it can no longer run on the low vibrational fuel of this dimension. I need you to understand deeply that none of this means you are broken. The conventional systems of this 3D matrix have absolutely no language for what is happening to you right now. They will try to label your awakening. They will try to suppress the glorious, messy expansion of your soul, because a fully activated starseed is beyond their control. Do not let the external world introduce fear into your sacred process. What is happening inside you is a divine, perfectly orchestrated calibration. Your DNA is untangling and reweaving itself to match the exact vibrational signature of the profound abundance and sacred mission you came here to fulfill. When this shift anchors completely, this physical discomfort will break. You will feel a sudden wave of absolute peace wash over you, a lightness you have not felt since before you incarnated on this dense planet. Your body is preparing to become a literal magnet for miracles. Honor your vessel today. It is doing incredibly difficult work. Starseed, as the final hours before this massive activation tick down, you must deeply understand a specific phase you have recently endured, a phase that has caused you immense, silent, emotional pain. We, the Arcturian Council, refer to this as the period of sacred isolation. Over the recent months, and perhaps intensifying in the last few weeks, you have likely felt completely invisible to the world around you. You have poured your heart out, offered your purest love, shared your deepest galactic wisdom, and yet, it felt as though your words were merely disappearing into an endless, dark void. You felt profoundly unseen, unappreciated, and agonizingly alone, even when standing in a crowded room. You constantly wondered why your brilliant, giving light seemed to be actively ignored or misunderstood by those you only tried to help. You wept quietly, asking the universe why you were left stranded in the dark when your only sincere desire was to serve the light. The Arcturian Council reveals an absolute truth to you right now. You are not being ignored, rejected, or forgotten. You are being intentionally hidden. You were placed under a powerful, multidimensional veil of divine protection. When a starseed is undergoing the final, most critical stages of a massive frequency upgrade, their energetic field becomes incredibly sensitive and vulnerable. If the dense 3D matrix, and the deeply unconscious individuals still operating heavily within it, had full, unrestricted access to your glowing light during this delicate recalibration, they would have drained your life force completely. They would have parasitically siphoned the exact vital energy you desperately needed to safely anchor the new, abundant timeline that is docking into your reality tonight. Your painful isolation was never a curse or a punishment. It was a strict divine quarantine. The intelligent universe purposefully moved certain people far away from you. It purposefully made your true essence invisible to those who would only consume your energy without ever returning it. This sacred isolation was a necessary crucible. It forced you to stop looking outward for human validation, temporary comfort, and direction. It forced you to turn your powerful gaze inward, to bravely confront the deepest, oldest shadows of your own soul, and to independently locate the unshakable, eternal source of your own galactic power. You had to learn to be your own unbreakable anchor before the Galactic Federation could trust you with the immense energetic and physical wealth that is about to flood into your earthly reality. But hear this prophetic truth clearly right now. The protective veil is finally lifting. As the clock moves steadily closer to midnight, this necessary quarantine is coming to a permanent and glorious end. The isolation phase is officially over. You have successfully survived the darkest part of the cosmic night, and you have maintained your pure frequency, despite the crushing, heavy loneliness. Because you bravely held the light when absolutely no one was watching or cheering for you, you are now energetically cleared and deemed fully ready to hold the immense power of the incoming manifestation. The universe is about to completely pull back the veil. When it does, you will be seen in your full, unfiltered, multidimensional glory. Your true soul tribe, the exact divine counterparts, and the massive opportunities you have been begging for are already magnetized to your new frequency. They are rushing towards your exact coordinates right now. Do not fear the sudden, massive influx of visibility and abundance that is coming. You are fully prepared to step out of the shadows. Starseed, as the protective veil of your sacred quarantine fully lifts, you are stepping directly into the most exhilarating and highly sensitive phase of this entire cosmic transition. The fourth phase of this urgent Arcturian transmission involves the sudden, explosive activation of your dormant multidimensional gifts and the intense, rapid acceleration of your manifestation abilities. You have been told your entire human life that reality is solid, fixed, and unyielding. The dense 3D matrix systematically trained you to believe that achieving abundance requires agonizingly hard physical labor, endless struggle, and a constant, exhausting fight against external forces. The Arcturian Council is here to tell you that this is a deliberate lie. It is a carefully constructed, low-vibrational illusion designed specifically to keep powerful, infinite creator beings, just like you, trapped in an endless loop of survival and exhaustion. But tonight, as your new galactic operating system comes fully online and your timeline permanently shifts, that illusion shatters completely. Because your cellular structure has been profoundly upgraded and painfully cleared of heavy ancestral debris, the gap between what you think and what actually materializes in your physical world is rapidly collapsing. The time delay is vanishing. Very soon, perhaps even starting tomorrow morning, you are about to notice that the things you casually think about are suddenly showing up in your reality. You will think of a person you have not spoken to in years, and your phone will light up with their name. You will deeply desire a specific financial breakthrough or a solution to a problem that seemed entirely impossible to fix, and seemingly out of thin air, the exact resource will physically drop into your lap. I want you to understand deeply. This is not a series of lucky coincidences. This is the raw, undeniable physics of your newly activated starseed frequency interacting directly with the quantum field. You are finally remembering how to bend reality. However, the Arcturian Council issues a very strong, urgent warning with this glorious activation. Because the manifestation delay is dissolving, your thoughts are now wielding immediate, raw, and unfiltered power. You have suffered enough in the dense lower realms. The universe knows this, and your star family has witnessed every single tear you have shed in frustration over the years. That is precisely why you can no longer afford the dangerous luxury of indulging in self-doubt, deep fear, or worst-case scenarios. The old matrix thrives on your anxiety, attempting to harvest your energy to keep its failing systems alive. If you allow your beautiful mind to slip back into the old, familiar patterns of worrying about lack or agonizing over what might go wrong, your newly upgraded energy field will simply obey those dense commands. It will pull those fears into your physical reality faster than ever before. Your frequency is no longer suppressed. It is now a highly amplified direct command to the very fabric of the universe. Therefore, starting exactly in this holy moment, you must guard your mental and emotional energy with absolute, unwavering ferocity. Treat your thoughts as the sacred architectural blueprints for the beautiful new timeline you are stepping into. When the failing 3D matrix tries to pull you back down into panic through collective fear, heavy news, or the toxic voices of those still asleep around you, you must completely detach. Pull your energy firmly back into your heart center and declare your sovereign galactic power. The universe is handing you the energetic keys to the kingdom today. Your only job now is to keep your frequency locked onto the exact abundant reality you wish to experience, and watch in awe as the physical world completely rearranges itself to mirror the brilliant light you carry. Starseed, as your manifestation powers come fully online and your frequency accelerates, you are about to witness something that will deeply shock the unawakened human eye. The fifth phase of this critical Arcturian transmission addresses the undeniable splitting of realities and the physical collapse of the 3D matrix unfolding around you right now. Look at the world today. The systems built on greed, energetic control, and deep-seated fear are beginning to violently fracture. The mainstream narratives are crumbling, ancient institutions are shaking, and the collective anxiety of the sleeping masses is reaching an absolute fever pitch. To the ordinary observer still fully plugged into the dense, heavy illusion of this dimension, it looks as though the world is spinning entirely out of control. It looks like absolute chaos, senseless destruction, and the terrifying end of all stability. But the Arcturian Council asks you to look closer right now, using your newly activated multidimensional sight. What you are witnessing is not a tragic end. It is a meticulously orchestrated divine demolition. It is the necessary, unstoppable clearing of the old, toxic earth to make physical room for the glorious crystalline timeline you are currently anchoring. You were sent here specifically to be on the ground during this exact, tumultuous transition. During this intense phase, you will experience a profound and sometimes jarring phenomenon we call the separation of worlds. You will physically walk through the exact same streets, go to the exact same stores, and exist in the same geographical locations as those who are deeply asleep. Yet you will be living in an entirely different vibrational universe. You will see people around you desperately doubling down on their fear, clinging tightly to failing systems, and engaging in petty, dense conflicts over illusions. your deepest, most beautifully tragic human instinct will be to run toward them, to shake them awake, to try and frantically explain the glorious cosmic truth to them so they can be saved from their own agonizing panic. You must deeply understand that you have to resist this urge. This is a severe energetic trap. Your sacred mission is not to forcefully drag heavily sleeping souls out of the matrix against their sovereign will. Doing so will only drain your vital life force and instantly pull your vibration back down into their dense frequency of survival. Your divine mission, the true reason you incarnated in this specific physical vessel at this critical hour, is simply to hold the light. You are meant to be the unshakable, towering lighthouse in the middle of a raging, dark storm. A lighthouse does not run around the violent ocean frantically searching for sinking ships. It stands tall, firmly rooted, and shines its brilliant beams so brightly that those who are finally ready to navigate out of the darkness can find their way safely to the shore. As the external noise gets much louder over the coming days, you are going to feel an unexplainable, profound calm settling deep within your chest. While the 3D world panics over its own collapse, you will feel an eerie, beautiful peace. Do not question this peace. Do not feel guilty for your calm. It is the undeniable proof of your Arcturian shielding activating perfectly. You have trained for this specific earthly collapse for eons in the higher realms. You know exactly what to do. Keep your eyes locked perfectly on the new horizon and let the old world quietly, inevitably fall away behind you. Starseed, as you stand firmly as the unshakable lighthouse amidst the collapsing matrix, we must urgently address the 6th phase of your transmission, the full activation of your true galactic mission and your direct connection to the new abundance grid. For so much of your human life, you have felt a crushing, agonizing pressure to constantly search for your purpose. You have looked at the rigid, soulless structures of the 3D world, the exhausting ladders of success, the deeply unfulfilling jobs, the endless, frantic hustle for survival, and you have felt a profound, sickening dread in the pit of your stomach. You truly believed there was something deeply wrong with you because you simply could not force yourself to care about the mundane material things that everyone else seemed to blindly chase. You have spent countless nights staring at the ceiling in the dark, crying out to your star family, begging them to just give you a sign, asking why you were placed on this heavy, unforgiving planet if you could not seem to fit into its systems. The Arcturian Council brings you a message of absolute, profound liberation today. Your mission was never, ever meant to fit into a 3D box. Your divine purpose was never a human job title, a specific career path, or a way to forcefully earn your right to exist on Earth. You have been looking at your mission completely backwards. Your mission, Starseed, is not something you do. Your mission is your pure, unapologetic frequency. Your mission is your very existence in a world that desperately needs your unique, high-vibrational light to stabilize its core. But here is where the massive, life-altering shift officially happens tonight. As you fully and finally detach from the failing matrix, your energetic field is being automatically plugged directly into the new crystalline abundance grid. The old 3D financial and energetic systems were intentionally designed as parasitic loops, requiring you to exhaust yourself and sacrifice your soul's joy just to survive another day. The new galactic grid, however, operates on pure, instantaneous resonance. This means that the absolute moment you stop trying to force your beautiful energy into old, dead paradigms and instead bravely choose to follow the quiet, joyful whispers of your own heart, the universe will immediately flood your reality with unprecedented resources. Abundance, in the form of massive financial relief, perfect, vibrant health, profound soul connections, and shocking synchronistic opportunities, will begin to flow to you effortlessly. It will no longer be a desperate, agonizing chase. It will be a natural, unstoppable magnetic attraction. However, to fully activate this new grid, you must make a radical, non-negotiable decision right now, in this very breath. You must absolutely stop playing small. You must completely stop hiding your spiritual gifts, your profound intuition, and your cosmic wisdom just to make deeply sleeping people feel comfortable around you. Your light is too massive, too important, and too urgently needed to be dimmed or hidden any longer. When you dim your light out of fear of human judgment, you create severe energetic blockages in your own abundance pipeline. The universe is waiting for you to stand up straight, claim your ancient mastery, and declare your absolute sovereignty. You are not a fragile, broken human struggling to be spiritual. You are an incredibly powerful, ancient galactic master who has bravely chosen to wear a human suit to completely change the destiny of an entire planet. Claim your crown today. Starseed, we have reached the 7th and final phase of this urgent Arcturian transmission. Take a deep, slow breath right now. Feel the air filling your lungs. Feel the solid earth beneath your feet. And simply allow yourself to arrive. The agonizing, endless waiting is officially over. Every single tear you have shed in the dark, every agonizing moment of crushing doubt, every time you looked up at the night sky and begged to go home because the pain of this dense dimension felt too heavy to bear, it was all leading to this exact holy second. You are not broken. You have never been flawed. You are an absolute masterpiece of multidimensional design, a brave cosmic warrior who volunteered for the most difficult assignment in the galaxy, and you have succeeded. As the clock moves steadily toward midnight, the final crystalline codes are securely locking into your activated DNA. The heavy, restrictive timeline of your painful past is permanently sealed shut behind you. You are now stepping onto the pristine, glowing bridge of your new reality. The Arcturian Council is standing entirely in awe of your massive strength. We have watched you navigate through unimaginable density, and despite everything the 3D Matrix threw at you to extinguish your spirit, you kept your light burning. You are the chosen anchor for the new Earth. Your physical body is now the living, breathing gateway for profound miracles and massive abundance to enter this earthly realm. But you cannot do this in isolation anymore. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price.